Hi, good afternoon. Welcome back. Today we have Mr. Maestro himself, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady. Look, even though we had the death of Slim Shady, doesn't mean we can't throw in a little banger from Eminem from time to time, which we are going to continue to do. And this one's coming to us by the recommendation of Ben Tony Winchester. He says that this is a great song featuring Marshall, Eminem, Slim Shady, and it's about his father. So I already know a little bit about Kim. Don't know much about his dad, so we're going to jump into that in a moment. Before we do, I just want to give a quick announcement and a heads up that we're going to be driving toward our 100,000 subscriber mark. And once that happens, we're going to have a meet and greet at a tattoo shop. I've already posted some of the pictures that the artist does. He's insane. He kind of deals with realism. I'll announce his name as we get closer, and maybe you can join me as we celebrate the 100,000 mark with a giveaway of an iPad, Packy chips. We've got Hellfire Hot Sauce. The actual company has agreed to kick in some products for the deal as well. And the artist himself is going to be granting some of you a reduction on a piece of art you're looking to do. So if you're looking to get some artwork done and you're really seriously thinking about something that's going to be a realism, I would highly advise you just wait until we have our get together and you can come and get a discount on that artwork and you'll be blown away by his abilities. So however long that takes, it could take us a couple months, it could take us a couple years, really. I mean, it's just kind of a hit or miss. So if you want to kind of, I don't normally ask for subs, but if you want to get to that 100,000 mark where we can get that gathering going, you know what to do. Do your thing. If not, don't do your thing. It's okay too. Eventually, hopefully, God willing, we'll hit that mark. But without much further ado, let's go. Yeah. Stand by me. Yeah.
Marshall. I don't have one. My mother reproduced like the Komodo dragon and had me on the back of a motorcycle, then crashed in the side of a locomotive with rap. I'm local, it's like cannon a psycho, a loaded hang.
Wait. Then crashed in the side of a locomotive with rap. Then crashed in the side of a locomotive with rap. I'm loco. It's like handing a psycho a loaded gun.
Okay. Michelangelo with a paint gun in a tantrum, about to explode all over the canvas. Back with the Yoda of rap and a spasm. Your music usually has them, but range for the game, your enthusiasm it has them. Follow you must, Rick Rubin, my little Padawan.
Follow you must, Rick Rubin. Sorry, I'm lost on that reference. My little Padawan.
A Jedi in training, colossal braining, thoughts are entertaining, but docile and impossible to explaining. I'm also vain and probably find a way to complain about a Picasso painting.
Well, he's the true Rembrandt. Of course, he's gonna get the digs on Picasso. Wow, he's the competition. What do you think? Competition is gonna go down. But anyways, no, I get what he's saying. But anyways, sorry. Let me just get back to where I was at. All right, Puke Skywalker.
Puke Skywalker, but sound like Chewbacca when I talk. Full of such blind rage, I need to see an eye dog. Can't even find the page I was writing this rhyme on. Oh, it's on the rampage. Couldn't see what I wrote, I write small. It says, ever since I drove a 79 Lincoln with white walls, had a fire in my heart and a dire desire to aspire to die hard.
Wait, it says ever since I drove a 79 Lincoln with white walls, had a fire in my heart and a dire desire to aspire to die hard.
So as long as I'm on the clock punching this time card, hip-hop ain't dying on my watch.
Sometimes
That's right, it's
when I'm
fast.
sleeping, she comes to me in my dreams. Is she taken? She taken? Is she mine?
Where's Daddy?
Don't got to look at, don't have to shit to give. Let me take you by the.
This isn't Stand By Me. Oh gosh, what is this song? It's a Beach Boys song. Oh, I can just already hear the keyboards flying right now. You guys are all yelling, you're screaming. It's this song, Chris. Don't you hear? I know. I'm trying to conjure it up. I don't got it. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, shoot. You guys have all had that happen to you. Come on. Let's go back a little bit.
Don't got to look at, don't have to shit to give. Let me take you by the hand to promised land. And threaten everyone. 'Cause there's no rhyme or no reason for nothing.
It's awesome. He totally ripped off the melody, which is great.
Marshall. I don't know him, but I wonder.
Rich like me, does it take us anytime to show you what you need to live?
No! If he had, he wouldn't have ended up in these rhymes on my pad.
That's right.
Wouldn't be so mad, my attitude wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, Dad, I'm the epitome and the prime example of what happens when the power of the rhyme falls into the wrong hands. Makes you want to get up and start dancing, even if it is Charles Manson.
Oh my gosh. Look, listen, I get it, because you can tell, I mean, we've already established the fact that Marshall's a great dad. It's just, and sometimes it takes, sadly, it sometimes takes an encounter with a bad father, or one that's really not the epitome of what that word is meant to be. There's nothing like that to make you into a better father. I like to think I'm a good dad. We all have done things with our kids where you regret. And I think I've done okay, you know. But I took some notes from my father, right? His alcohol abuse and all that stuff, and the infidelity and all that basically drove him into the person who he was. I could relate with Marshall. It's just like, you know, it's one thing to be a bad, it's one thing to have a bad dad. It's another entirely to be a bad one. And hopefully we can all learn from our ancestors what we should and shouldn't do. But still, there's still bad dads out there, of course, you know. And I hear a lot of interactions from you people about some of the serious stuff that happens. It's sad, you know, but here it's like Marshall's just like, would he have been, you know, if Dad would have been around, would he have gotten into the same stuff he would have done? Maybe not.
And I'm the epitome and the prime example of what happens when the power of the rhyme falls into the wrong.
So I'm the epitome and the prime example of what happens. So he's saying that Marshall is the one that is a great example of what happens when the power of the rhyme falls into the wrong hands. Meaning his dad, probably his dad's rhymes or his role as a father, you know, he dealt with the poor example of his father, maybe. But it's kind of an interesting choice of words to talk about the power of rhyme falling in the wrong hands. I'm just presuming it's Dad, but let's continue.
Wrong hands and makes you want to get up and start dancing, even if it is Charles Manson who just happens to be rapping, blue lights flashing, laughing all the way to the bank, laughing in my Kmart mansion. I'm in the style department with a pile in my cart, ripping the aisle apart with great power comes absolutely no responsibility for content, completely despondent and condescending, the king of nonsense and controversy.
I love how he does his Spider-Man, and of course he did his Yoda and Luke Skywalker, Puke Skywalker. I love the fact the dude's into comics and that whole universe, you know. It's cool because it makes for great content.
In the aisle apart with great power comes absolutely no responsibility for content, completely despondent and condescending, the king of nonsense and controversy is on a beat killing spree, your honor. I must plead guilty cause I sparked a revolution, rebel without a cause who caused the evolution of rap to take it to the next level, boosted, but several rebuked it and whoever produced it. Hip-hop is the devil's music. Is that me?
Dude, that was me. That was me before. That was me before I encountered Eminem. It's the devil's music. But you know, it's funny. It's like that canned line is like, that's the devil's music. Look, dude, there's more roots to that. There's more roots to that sentence than meets the stereotypical eye. Okay, when someone says that's the devil's music, well, when you're thinking about different attributes of a person in their life. And when you're a guy like me that looks at the genre of rap and come to your own prejudicial conclusion of what it's about before you even sip the wine or taste it and see what it's about, you're going to draw a conclusion of going like, oh, drugs, rape, rock and roll, murder, gang wars, turf wars, East versus West, all this kind of stuff, those kinds of presumptions can make one believe that those are glorifying some of the attributes and characteristics that we find so hurtful in our lives, that bring sorrow, brings pain, brings suffering, brings things that the devil would like to have in our lives. That's why you don't want that devil music, But that's kind of what the beat's about. But it's the more you know, right? The more you know, and I'm sure there's still attributes and things like fact, just other gratuitous things that are just done for the sake of shock value. I think are just, for me, not my bag. But you all know what an incredible stan I am at this point, and I'm so thankful that I am, and I gave it a better shot. But look, I know I'm kind of rambling on about this, but it's just Marshall and his interactions. He didn't have a good dad in his life, but look at the man it made him become. I have, some friends of mine here. When you're going through dark times, and I'm going through dark times right now myself. There's certain things that are happening in my life right now. I'm not going to get into it right here and now. I'll story time it later. But you're going to get to a point in your life where you can kind of start to learn and go, you know what? I'm good with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this shadowy place that I'm at right now. It may not be the most cozy place to be, but it's certainly going to help me be more relatable and compassionate to somebody else that might be dealing with it someday themselves. And again, here's another example of Marshall, dealing with loss and adversity in his life, and yet turning around and becoming the man he's become is something to be applauded, really.
Produced it. Hip-hop is the devil's music. Does that mean it belongs to me? Cause I just happen to be a white honky devil with two horns that don't honk, but every time I speak, you hear a beep. But lyrically,
don't honk. Hip-hop is the devil's music. Does that mean it belongs to me? Because I just happen to be a white honky devil with two horns. Oh, two horns. Horns. Okay. That don't honk. Okay, got it.
I never hear a peep, not even a whisper. Rappers better stay clear of me, bitch. Cause it's the
time of the season when hate runs high, and this time we'll give it.
It's the time of the season. This is probably not the best drop to drop after the Christmas season. It's the time of the season when hate runs high. Well, maybe so.
Easy when I take back what's mine with pleasured hands and torture everyone. That is my plan. My job here isn't done, 'cause there's no rhyme or no reason for nothing.
I know the song, I can't place the song name, darn it.
So shady. I don't give a fuck, but I wonder who's
Rich like me,
doubt it.
does it take us anytime?
So it's got Shady's Spanish point. This will be interesting. I'm scared.
So yeah, Dad, let's walk. Let's have us a father and son talk. But I bet we wouldn't probably get one block without me knocking your block off. This is all your fault. Maybe that's why I'm so banana.
Hang on, Marshall. Come on now. Slim. Shady. Yeah, it's all his fault. Yeah, and I get it. You get a bad rap when it came to your upbringing and stuff. But you know what? Be careful on the blame, because where would you be today without it? It's like, yeah, there's good and bad with all of it, but it's like, it's all his fault. But you'd also almost have to give him some of the credit, too, in forming you in the man you are, in sharing the way you are, and that how it's resonated with so many people to make you a legend, right? So maybe all of his fault, but rather than knocking his block off, it could be like, hey, you meant it. Oh, okay, Sunday school time. What you meant for evil, God meant for good, right? So it's like, yeah, he did all the stuff. You want to knock his block off. You want to know those kinds of things. But you know what? Look at the incredible man you are today. You almost have to be thankful for that experience in a way, right? Not saying give him a hug and thank him for a miserable existence while you're growing up, but it's changed you to who you are today and has actually made you into the father you are, right? You wouldn't have been such a great father. And I know it's a horrible justification to say it's okay to just live a life of misery with your parents, but you know, I guess I'm getting at is that as we can see here, it's going to be okay. You know, it's going to be okay. If you're caught in the thick of it right now and you really do have bad parents and you're under the rule of them, look, take notes, okay? Take notes. Persevere and become more than that. And look what can happen. It's just beautiful things.
Probably get one block without me knocking your block off. This is all your fault. Maybe that's why I'm so bananas. I appeal to all those
Appeal bananas.
walks alike. Whoever had strike, maybe that's what dad and son talks alike. Cause I related to the struggles of young America when their fucking parents were unaware of the troubles. Now they're ripping out their fucking hair again. It's a hysterical. I chuckle as everybody bloodies their bed.
It's hysterical. I chuckle. Like, even his cadence and his pronunciations are great to be able to hit these double entendres in here. And I can't believe the song's already almost over.
Maybe that's why I'm so bananas. I appeal to all those walks alike. Whoever had strike, maybe that's what dad and son talks alike. Cause I related to the struggles of young America when their fucking parents were unaware of the troubles.
Yeah.
Now they're ripping out their fucking hair again. It's a hysterical. I chuckle as everybody bloodies their bare knuckles. Yeah, better beware, knuckleheads. The sign on my hustle says don't knock. The door's broken, it won't lock. It might just fly open, get cold cocked. You critics come to pay me a visit. Misery loves company. Please stay a minute.
Yes.
Kryptonite to a hypocrite, zip your lip if you dish it but can't take it. Too busy getting stoned in your glass house to kick rocks, then you wonder why I lash out. Mr. Mathers as advertised on the flyers, so spread the word, cause I'm promoting my passion till I'm passed out. Completely brain dead, Rain Man doing a pancake.
Completely brain dead Rain Man.
And in a restraint chair. So bitch, shoot me a look, it better be a blank stare, or get shanked in the pancreas. I'm angrier than all 8 other reindeer put together with.
I'm angrier than all other reindeer put together with Chief Keef, because I hate
Chief Keef, cause I hate every fucking thing, yeah. Even this rhyme, bitch, and quit trying to look for a fucking reason for it that ain't there. And I still am a criminal, 10-year-old degenerate grabbing on my genitals. The last Mathers LP done went diamond. This time I'm predicting that this one will go emerald. When will the madness end? How can it win? There's no method to the pad and pen. The only message that I have to send is dead. Come back at it again.
Ooh. Interesting little end there. Hang on, let me just get that. It just said dad in the background. Hang on.
And that this one will go emerald. When will the madness end? How can it win? There's no method to the pad and pen. The only message that I have to send is dead. Come back at it again.
Well, I get it. I get where he's coming from. I totally understand. It's like I would never berate him the voice to be able to speak out the disappointment of what he had encountered when he was younger. Of course, you know, but we can't ignore who he's become, and we also can't ignore the influences of what's actually made him to be the way he is today. And some of it is his upbringing. And it made him into a better man. Who could have a hard time with that, really? I mean, I had a bad experience with my dad as well, but good ones too, you know? It wasn't all bad. But, you know, off the beaten path enough to teach me to look both ways before you can presume that you can walk through life unscathed without making some of the choices that are going to kind of direct your path in a place you don't want to be. So anyways, with that, thank you, Marshall, again, for sharing from the dark, deep recesses of some of the things you've experienced to help us relate. And I can't thank enough. And with that, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll get to the next one soon. Take care. Have a good one. Take care.